Unparalleled, Untold. MadFlavor TV gets unsung with Bobby V as we ask him what keeps him centered. Family, Bobby V versus Bobby Wilson, and leaving Def Jam. You don't want to miss it because we are talking Unsung with Bobby V on MadFlavor TV next.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of MadFlavor TV. You know, I like to say if I'm in front of the camera, it's always because I got someone very special with me. And today I'm talking with Bobby V. Bobby V, what is going on, sir?
What's happening? How you doing?
Doing well, doing well. You know what? I'm gonna start this off like this, because I know every time I turn on TV One and I hear Unparalleled, Untold, Unsung, I get goosebumps because I know it's about to be something juicy.
Yeah.
And the next Unsung is all about you, Bobby V. How you feeling?
Man, you know, I think I have mixed feelings, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a part of me wanted to do an unsung and a part of me didn't. So, you know, I think, you know, this unsung is going to be awesome for the people because it's very revealing and I'm kind of like a private person and, you know, I'm really kind of opening up my life and my ups and downs and my trials and tribulations. And, you know, I've seen a lot of artists do it. And I was just like, you know what, I might as well let the people know who I am and where I come from. You know, when you're an artist, especially in today's music, you have to be, you have to connect with people more than just the music. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for me, this unsung will definitely connect people with me more than my music.
Okay. Well, you know, I know you just touched on a little bit that, you know, generally you're a private person, so I hope we don't go too deep because sometimes I like to pull back the layers on the onion myself. But talk about, you know, what was the final decision that made you say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and tell my story. And you know, a lot of times we want to be able to tell our story in our own way as opposed to someone else telling our story. So what was that final deciding factor for you to say, you know, I want to tell my story and bring it to TV One and Unsung?
I think that, you know, management, you know, TV One reached out and they said they wanted to do an unsung on me. And, you know, the premise of unsung kind of like, oh, they on drugs and that artist is washed up and they're done and it's over with, you know. But as of recent, I've seen a lot of great artists that I admire and look up to do unsung. So I was just like, hey, that took it for me to where it was just like, okay, well, if a lot of artists I love have done an unsung, you know, I don't think it'll really hurt me to do one, you know. And I just think that for me also the connection that people will have with me from my unsung. They'll get a chance to meet my family. They'll get a chance to see my roller coaster ride. And hopefully a lot of people can relate with their lives to my unsung, you know. And I think my unsung is more of a gift of hope that, you know, you can go through things and you can still get through it. You know, you can go to the bottom. You can go to the bottom, but you can still make it back to the top. You know, not to say that I've ever really like just hit a rock bottom place, but that's where my family really comes into play for me. And that's really why I wanted to showcase them because, you know, they've been there through the thick and thin and they've always, you know, pushed me to do better, and just to believe in myself. And so I really wanted to pay homage to my family on my unsung because they're my foundation and they're really why I've been able to have success in my career.
Yeah, and I'm glad you touched on your family because I definitely wanted to touch on that as well. You know, that for me definitely brought a smile to my face. I had an opportunity to take a sneak peek at it. For the rest of y'all make sure y'all check it out this weekend. But no, that really you know, brought a smile to my face. You know, and I think a lot of people need to really see that strong Black family unit. And you guys, You know what I'm saying? You laughed, you sang
Yeah.
together, you did that, you know, and Sunday dinners was one thing that you said was very important, you know,
Yeah.
to maintain. And in this kind of microwave world that we in, we lose some of that, you know what I mean? I can't remember the last time I've been to a family reunion, which is kind of sad. So I appreciate seeing that and that bond that you guys have. And one of the things that one of the things that you said, and I want to make sure I quoted correctly. You said, you know, as much as you try to break me, you can't, and you attributed, you know, that foundation to your family, and that kind of hit home with me, Bobby V, if I can be honest with you, because just this week, you know, out of frustration and out of a lot of things, you know, I woke up with a little bit of hatred on some things that, you know, from outside sources. And then to it was almost like divine intervention to hear you say those words to kind of bring me back to center. So what brings you back to center when you are in a place where, you know, in a certain place where, you know, people are trying to break you or outside things are trying to break you? What brings you back?
Oh, again, it's family, you know. Whatever I'm going through, whether it be good or bad, I like to celebrate with my family. And I think that the older we get, the more we kind of move away from our family, which really we should actually move closer, because as we all progress, you know, we're all living to die, you know. And what I've realized is that, you know, my parents are getting older, and I try to spend as much time with them as possible, but they have a lot of knowledge and wisdom because they've been successful in their lives. So I look up to them more than I could look up to any celebrity or somebody out there, because I've seen them do it. You know, really, celebrities and famous people, we kind of have it easy. You know, we're not on the front lines a lot of times. We're not doing some strenuous job. We're not going and working 12, 14-hour shifts, you know what I'm saying? So I really look up to a lot of people that really make the world go round. Teachers, you know, the garbage people, you know, even like the police. I know black folks hate the police right now, but, you know, that's a tough job, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of them are good people, and, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I really look up to people that work, that really, really work. Like, I'm sitting here right now, blessed. I'm in LA in a high-rise hotel, you know what I'm saying? And I'm traveling this weekend, and next weekend I travel all over the world. And, you know, I've had so many different experiences that people that just work a regular job would have to pay to have these experiences. So, you know, I really, like I said, I look up to people that work hard, 12-hour shifts, 8-hour shifts, and they got to get up at 6 in the morning. I look up to mothers, you know, that have to wake up in the middle of the night for their child, and, you know, the baby mamas that have to do it by themselves, you know. So like I said, to answer your question, I think my family is who I reach to, you know, to get that love and support when I need it.
Nice. Now, let's take it back from the beginning. You know, your friend Justin Murray and you started off in a rap group at a young age. I think y'all were J&B at the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was great to see. But I got a question for you, brother. How do y'all keep y'all hair looking so curly smooth? Like y'all was like the curly brothers, you know what I mean? How do you do it? Some of us got hair struggles over here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, back in the day, man, them swoops, man, that was the move, man. So we used to get a haircut. My dad actually used to cut my hair, man. He almost just used to put the bowl on there and go around. But I had, you know, my hair is pretty curly, so it kind of just does what it wants to. But, you know, then, man, we would make sure that we had those swoops in line, man. We was brushing them and combing them all day with the kick to the front, make sure the waves is going up in the back. Yeah, man, we were the swoop brothers, man.
like Eddie Murphy would say, it's just juice and berries, right? That's it.
Juices and berries. Juices and berries.
Let me ask you real quick, you know, because there's the performer And we're going to touch on, you know, Bobby Valentino versus Bobby V and how that happened. And I didn't know that until I saw this Unsung. But, you know, for people out there, tell us the difference between Bobby Valentino or Bobby V and Bobby Wilson.
Man, it's two different people, man, you know. And the older I get, the more I lean toward Bobby Wilson, you know. I think, you know, when you've had success and you've lived this certain life, sometimes you almost kind of lean toward like, yo, do I really still want it like that? You know, you have so many other desires and things that you want to do in life. And of course, I love music. It's in my veins. I can't not do music. So I think the Bobby V is the performer, like you say. Bobby V is the showman. Bobby V is the guy that's on stage and just ready to holler at all the girls and ready to just get activated and acclimated. You know what I'm saying? And Bobby Wilson is the guy that just wants to sit at home and watch sports or play sports. I play a lot of sports. I play basketball. I'm in a baseball league. I swim. I mountain bike. I'm very active in sports and different activities and hobbies. So I have so many hobbies. And I have a lot of hobbies that most black people don't like to do. Like I said, I play baseball. And I'm in a couple different like baseball leagues where I take it serious because I grew up playing baseball and had a scholarship actually in college. And, so that's like the Bobby Wilson. And the Bobby Wilson, when I'm in that mode, I don't want to talk about music. I just kind of want to be a regular guy. And it's kind of awesome because, you know, the places that I hang out, there are two different places. There are places that when I want to be Bobby V, I go to these places. And when I want to be Bobby Wilson, I go to these places and hang out.
Right.
It's kind of like it's two lives. And I think it's pretty cool because the places that I want to be Bobby Wilson, they don't know Bobby V because it's mostly like white people. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, they might have heard me or, you know, whatever, but they're not like in it like that because they don't even listen to R&B music, or, you know, or hip hop. So it's cool, you know, because I can kind of go on both sides. I can go with my people and then I can go with the other folks and they don't care, they could care less, you know, because they're all successful in their own rights and they don't care or even know about music. So it's just two different people. And the Bobby Wilson is also the family-oriented guy that goes to my family house and eats Sunday dinner, you know, talks about current events and, you know, so it's definitely two different people. It's just, you know, which side of the bed I wake up on the day. And the day I woke up Bobby V, you hear me?
I hear you.
Right, let's go, where they at?
There will be no swimming and mountain biking today, y'all.
Right.
But look, folks, don't go anywhere because when we get back, we're gonna find out more about Bobby V's journey and then what he got coming up next. You don't want to touch that dial. You know MadFlavor's on.
Coming up on MadFlavor TV, we ask the question that you all want to know. Did you have to give back the chain? Don't touch that dial.
Bobby can really sing, you know. It doesn't come from a place of falsity, you know. He doesn't try to sound like nobody else.
Bobby's voice is one of a kind. I always tell him, you know, when you get out there, open up. Let people hear it from your soul. Show them what they didn't think you could do.
Anonymous fueled Bobby's second #1 album in the spring of 2007.
My second #1 album, so I was excited. It was a big international record.
But that put him on the home turf of a prominent British pop musician who was also named Bobby Valentino.
We get this message from an attorney that there's this man in Europe that's suing my brother for using his name. That man didn't just sue Bobby, he sued the label.
We did a contract where we could coexist with the name. everywhere except for UK and Ireland. And Def Jam went against the contract and printed the album as Bobby Valentino. So from there, all hell broke loose. I had to pay this guy a lot of money. The label had to pay him a lot of money.
Any little thing, he was coming after him, and there would be another lawsuit. The final paperwork said that he gets some portion of things that had Bobby Valentino on it already. It was like it was a lot.
It was hard for me because I had branded Bobby Valentino for so long. And at this point, I had to change my name. I had to go by Bobby V. I lost kind of my identity.
We are back. Bobby V
And we
is
are
in
back.
the building. Unsung
Yes.
on TV1.
Yes.
So look, we got to talk about the name change. That was definitely something that was touched on in this Unsung episode, where you actually had to change from Bobby Valentino to Bobby V. Can you, as you recall that would happen, can you just let our fans know why did you have to make that change? And it seemed like you made that change when you was at the top echelon of your career.
Yeah,
So yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we had to, at the time I was signed to Def Jam Records and my second album was about to come out, and we had did paperwork to where me and this guy that's in the UK, I mean, I was big, I was huge in the UK, which is still, very relevant in the UK as well. I'm actually going in August. I have a show over there. And it's a guy over there, he's a fiddle player, and he had the name copywritten. So we had done paperwork to where we could coexist with the name. I just couldn't be Bobby Valentino in the UK on the albums that the label printed up. Well, the label put the second album out and they printed up Bobby Valentino, and we had already done this contract to where I couldn't be Bobby Valentino in the UK. So then there was some litigation. I got sued, and it wasn't my fault because I covered all my bases. It was just the label didn't. But the labels has millions of dollars, so they didn't really care about my pocketbook because they had the money to spend. So once that happened, I was sued. I had to pay them a lot of money. And, I just changed my name to Bobby V because Luda had already been calling me Bobby V from the start. So it just was kind of a easy transition. But now, when people are looking for my new music, they're typing in Bobby Valentino versus Bobby V. And so a lot of times the new music doesn't come up. And also it messes with a lot of my streams and all type of stuff that it messes with. Because they're typing in Bobby Valentino, and under Bobby Valentino, there are those two albums, but I have so much albums, so many music, so much music that a lot of times people are just, because they still call me Bobby Valentino, because everybody knows what the V stand for, you know what I mean? Right. And even on my biggest records, I say Bobby Valentino. So it's kind of like, regardless of if I say Bobby V or not, people are looking for Bobby Valentino. So, that was just an issue. It was a major issue. That was another roller coaster that I went through. But, life is all about the ups and downs, and it's about weathering the storm. And that's what I want really people to get out of my Unsung, is that you have to be relentless on that pursuit of perfection. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's all about. And don't give up.
Right.
And I want people to see that, through the pain, through the storms, keep going. And what's meant for you is going to happen regardless.
Right. And after that, I guess, like you said, the wasn't a fault of your own, but then you're no longer with Def Jam. And then you decide to, part ways with Disturbing the Peace. And I wanted to touch on that just a little bit, in that separation with them. First, what was the deciding factor that made you want to part? Did you consult with your family? Because I know that there had to have been a struggle to decide to leave. Because y'all were like family at that point. And was there any animosity?
I don't think it was any animosity, but I think that was a very hard choice. That was a tough choice for me. That was a tough decision. To leave DTP and I was still hot, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like that I had learned so much from Shaka Zulu and Ludacris that I wanted to be like them. You know what I'm saying? I wanted my own DTP.
Right.
And I soaked up so much from them and tried to learn so much that I could. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go out on the wings of faith and start my own label and get my own situation and try to put my own artists out. At the time, I wasn't thinking about other artists, which I should have been, because I was totally focused on redeeming myself and making sure that I was still in the forefront, because I left DTP and Def Jam and they were such a big force to be reckoned with. And I left them to try to pursue my own thing, you know. And when I did do that though, I had success on the independent side of things.
Right.
It was scary going out on that leap of faith, but it was also good for me in a sense of business and just, you know, being my own boss and taking what I learned from these moguls and trying to become a mogul myself.
Nice, nice. All right, so we all want to know, did you have to give the chain back though? You know what I'm saying? When you decided to leave, did you have to give the chain back? Because there was an era in time, you know what I'm saying, where if you signed with Fat Joe, you got the Terror Squad chain. If you signed with Rockefeller, Jay-Z put that chain on. So, you know, do you keep that or you got to give that back?
I keep that chain. I think I might have melted the chain down and got a Bobby V chain made out of it.
Okay.
You know, they didn't take the chain back, but I do remember when Luda gave me the chain. I do remember that I was like, man, because that was like my first piece of real like diamonds, and like the chain cost more than anything that I had. I think I don't know if I had a car at the time, but it wasn't like, I think the chain probably cost more than the car. So it's like I had this expensive chain and I didn't really have no change. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It was like I got this nice chain, but I mean, I don't really have no money for real. So it was I did wear the chain though a lot. But it's just funny to see people, you know, with jewelry and stuff like that, and they don't really have no money for real. But you know, you look like you got some money because you got a nice chain on. So
right.
But when I did get that chain though, I felt like I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt real official then. You know, it was official tissue then.
Right. Well, one thing we know about you, Bobby V, is you never stop working, and sometimes, you know, when people don't see you in the direct limelight, they assume that you're not working, or like you said, you see an unsung, you be like, uh-oh, we about to find out. So we about to find out some ish.
He on drugs somewhere in the corner.
Right. But you've always been working, and you got some things brewing now. So tell us, you know, some of the stuff that we can expect. And you got a new label, you got new artists. So give everybody who don't know the skinny on what's going on right now.
Yeah, I have my own label, Veltri Music Group. I'm actually out here in LA right now, executive producing my artist. His name is Santos Silva. I'm putting his project together.
Nice.
I'm actually working on some more TV things. I executive produced a movie for BET called Hollywood Hearts. It was a movie, a fiction about my life. And it was amazing, and I'm working on getting it on Netflix and some other movie mediums right now. I'm gonna be dropping 2 albums, one called The Appetizer, one called Sunday Dinner, of course. And The Appetizer is an album that I produced myself. During the quarantine, I've really been getting into producing a lot more. Okay. And so that's what the Appetizer is. And I call it The Appetizer because it's the appetizer of what's to come from Bobby V. More producing, more working with more artists, and more just getting my sound and music out there more. So those are some things that I'm working on, and just really like just getting more into the TV film side of things. I have a degree in mass communications, radio, TV, film. So working on a little podcast myself. Okay. And just trying to, you know, just do as many things as I can, man, while I'm here on this planet Earth.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we part, Of course, there's some people that just heard everything you said. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. If anyone wanted to get to you on that space, how could they do that?
Make sure y'all follow me on my social medias. Instagram at Bobby V Show, Facebook Bobby V Music, and Twitter Bobby V. Make sure y'all follow me, and you know, you'll see everything that I have going on. You know, I post a lot on my stories on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll get a chance to see my beautiful daughter, and you'll get a chance to see a glimpse of my life. You'll see me playing softball. You'll see me swimming. You'll see me boxing. I mean, I do so many different things, and I have so many hobbies, and so many things that Bobby Wilson likes to do, you know. So you'll get a chance to see Bobby Wilson as well as Bobby Valentino, you know, or Bobby V. So, you know, you'll get a chance to see both sides of the spectrum. So make sure y'all follow me on my social mediums, and, you know, keep it locked to what I got going on.
For sure, for sure. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time out with MadFlavor TV. Man, this has been so much fun.
MadFlavor.
You know.
Must be in New York. You must be in New York or something.
Nah, I'm in DC. We DC.
Okay, I knew it was that area.
Yeah.
So anybody that says mad, like it's mad crazy, son. Mad.
Oh. Yeah, well, you know what? We don't spell it MadFlavor like flavor unit. So it's still
Flavor
you know,
in your ear.
Yeah. But but we're gonna be checking you out, TV1 Unsung for sure, and we're gonna be following you and seeing what you got going on and keeping in touch with you. Sound good?
So, I appreciate that, man.
I appreciate you.
It's been a long time since you've been around my way. I'm glad you came. Ooh, 'cause I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about you almost every day, driving me insane. Oh, replaying you in my mind, oh, memories of our lifetime, oh, silly love when we could lie. Your touch sends chills down my spine, oh, love it when the stars align, oh, you got me fainting for you. You like that fire, babe, and you taste me with your promises, whispering sweet, nothing's